What's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be working on a 2004 Ford Escape. We're going to be changing both the inner and outer tire dents of this car. So if you are interested in seeing how it's done, stick around and watch the full video. And if you do enjoy our content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. Alright, first things first, we're gonna remove the buildup of rust that has been accumulating on the tread with a wire brush. Now using our oil can, we're gonna spread a nice even layer of oil on the tread. Now using a 24mm open wrench, we're gonna place it on the nut, and using a rubber hammer, we're gonna tap it open. But here I was kind of struggling. I just couldn't get it open. So I had to call in my dad for help, which he did it flawlessly. Now, using a pair of pliers, you're gonna straighten out that bended pin that is right there by just tapping on it and wiggling it out. Now using a 18mm deep socket with a power tool, you will just loosen up that nut but not take it off. And using a hammer, you're gonna just pop out that outer tire dent and also unscrew the nut and place it back on the outer tire dent. Now, before removing the outer tire dent, make sure to count how many turns it takes to fully come off. The reason we do this is so that when we install the new tire dent, we can screw it back in the exact same number of turns. This helps to keep the wheel alignment close to where it was before, so the car doesn't pull to one side or wear out the tires unevenly. You'll still need to get a proper alignment afterwards, but this step helps to keep things drivable until then. Now, using a marker, my dad is just writing down the amount of turns it took to remove the outer tire dent, which was 23 turns. Now, using a 15mm open wrench, you're gonna hold down on the inner tire dent at one end, and using a 24mm socket with a power tool, you're gonna remove the nut from the inner tire dent. Now, using the same pair of green pliers you used before, you're gonna remove this clamp out of the way that is connected onto the rubber boot. And here, this is the tricky part, right? Inside, there's a clamp as well that is connected onto the boot, but it's deep inside and it's a little tricky to get it out. There's a little clip on there. You just have to tap it open somehow. And here, that's what my dad is doing exactly. Trying various angles and various ways, but he does manage to take it out. But I didn't have a proper camera angle on this because I had to let my dad properly do his work without disturbing him. But here is a clip of the clamp that has been taken out. Now we're just gonna remove the clamp just like that, and using a small flathead screwdriver, we're just gonna lift up that boot and use some oil and spread it around the tire dent evenly to, well, make it easy for us to remove the boot. Just like that, the boot has been removed, and we're gonna disconnect the rack and pinion from the boot. Now this is a zoom in of the clip where the ball joint is having some movement, which isn't good because it shouldn't be moving at all. So we have to change that. And now using a pipe wrench, we're gonna unscrew the ball joint but it wasn't working and it was too tight to do it with hands only, so my dad just used his leg and popped it open. Then you're gonna unscrew the inner thyroident out. As you can see, this is a special tool used to removing the inner thyroident, but for this case, we're going to be using this tool to place a new thyroident. If you are interested in this product, I do have the link of this item in the description below if you care to check it out. And here you just have to choose the right attachment for this inner thyroident and see what fits best. Now, all you have to do is screw in the new inner thyroident in, and using this special tool, you're going to be tightening it properly, just as you can see in this video. Now you're going to put away this special tool. You don't need it anymore. And basically we're going to be putting everything back together. So now we're just going to put the rubber boot back in, and using a pair of pliers, we're going to place the clamp back on. Okay, I'm not sure of this part, but I believe that the clamp that was like deep inside, it was like a one-time use only. So you'll have to get a new clamp and place it at the back, on the back side of the boot, like you can see. So now using a bit of oil, you're gonna spread the oil around the thread properly, and then also inside the outer thyroident, just spread it evenly. This is just so it doesn't rust and comes in and out easily. It just makes our lives much more easier. So first you're gonna put the nut back on. We're just gonna put the outer thyroident back on, but keeping in mind the amount of turns it took you to take off the outer thyroident is the amount of times it's gonna take you to put the outer thyroident back on, which was 23. Okay, so now you're just gonna connect the outer thyroident to the steering knuckle, and then using a 18mm deep socket and a power tool, you're gonna put the nut back on. And now the final step is to put the pin back on and bend it properly. And yeah, you're all done. That's it.